It's the digital age. In sports, it's all about analytics, tracking goals, assists, dimes, and cookies. But don't forget disruptive technology. We don't. Bang! Sit down! Defense can dump the best of programs, strip away your bits, and hack away at your bites. They can reduce top 10 plays to toxic waste. The offense will reboot. It always does. A coordinated attack, assault mode, but access denied. Some are coming, some are going. It's a tiptoe through the tulips. Who's in? Who's out? Find out for yourself. Next! Hello, LaxWrap fans. It's the Chopper here. It's the Chief there. Week 3. We're going to come at you with this week's top 10 teams. Hefe, let's start right off with number 10, Sierra Canyon.
Yeah, I got Sierra Canyon. This is sort of a new program, I'd say. I think they're 3 years in. They had a great win against Crespi. That's a huge win for the program. They went down and lost to Thatcher, but it's not about Pythagorean theorem as we talked about. I think that Sierra Canyon, just had a misstep, but I think they're legit at the 10 spot.
So, Hefe, Sierra Canyon, I sure didn't know much about them until this year. Where have they been in past years?
That's right. I think Coach Weibel there is building a nice program and looking at it for the long term. 3 years ago, they're a new program. They played sort of a soft schedule, but won a lot of games last year. Now they're beating teams like Crespi, which shows that the programs are going in the right direction.
Okay. Before we get to number 9, one of my favorites missing, the Maricosta Mustangs. Where'd they go?
Maricosta Mysteries. You don't know what you're going to get from Costa. They lost to Oak Park. Then again, Oak Park has played a great schedule, so I don't know, maybe they're battle ready and Costa isn't quite there yet.
Okay.
But right now, they lost to Oak Park, so Costa's gone.
So they're back in the corral. They're not romping around with the top 10.
That's right.
Chaminade is, though. They're number 9.
Chaminade lost a tough game to Harvard Westlake 7-3, but then bounced back for an 18-1 win versus Brentwood. So a lot of times it's how you bounce back from a tough loss to see the character of the team. So right now I have them at the 9 spot.
Okay. Then coming in at number 8, holding steady, Peninsula Panthers. How'd you guys do this week?
We did enough to win. We went to Crespi, had a tough bus trip. Game started late. We had a couple things going against us playing them on their St. Patty's Day. They're a good team. They haven't won yet, but they're a good team. We found a way to win in double overtime. So we're finding ways to win. So two wins this week. I think the 8 spot is where we're at.
You called that as being a potential tough game on St. Patty's Day. So. Okay, then coming in at number 7, Newbury Park. They're hanging around.
Yep, Newbury Park beat Oaks Christian in overtime. And once again, I think Oaks Christian is better than their record. They have a lot of guys defensively on their team that can play. So beating them is a nice win. And then they lost to 2 by Westlake. So that's pretty impressive playing with a top team.
And that when we get to Westlake, we can talk about that because people can play with them. Nobody's beating them, but teams are playing with them, right?
That's right. Westlake is beatable, but at the same time, they're pulling out the games they need to pull out. So it's pretty impressive.
All right, coming in at number 6, Agora. I keep marveling at their schedule. They play a tough schedule.
Yeah, you got to high five Agora to their schedule. They're playing the best teams they can. They lost in overtime to Westlake. That's obviously unfortunate, but that's another overtime loss for them. And then they lost to TO that same week. So it's tough to bounce back against a good team, play another good team. So I think the 6th spot is where they're at, but I think they'll be battle tested once we get to playoffs. For sure.
Okay, so that's 10 through 6. We're going to break away, show you guys some more action, and Chief and I are going to wrestle over these top 5. We'll be right back. Back with this week's top 5 teams now, starting with number 5, Thousand Oaks.
Thousand Oaks, once again, I've been high on them since the start. They had a tough trip to Palos Verdes, but that could always be a tough trip, we know that. Beating Agora, not handily, but beating by 2 at this point when Agora goes to overtime with every team. Beating by 2 is pretty impressive. So, Thousand Oaks, we know they have athletes, we know they have a new coach, they're coming along.
Okay. Coming in at number 4 then, Harvard Westlake.
Harvard Westlake lost to Loyola. I think they had a lot of hype in that game, thinking that they could play with the Cubs, but realistically, Loyola just has way too much talent. for Harvard Westlake to handle. I don't think the game was a 10-5 game. I watched it. I think it was a little bit more than that. And then as well, Harvard Westlake went to beat Chaminade, which is a nice win. You know, I think those teams match up pretty evenly. So for them to win, I think is pretty impressive.
Okay. So our producer Mark Haddad, who's down in Costa Rica, tabs these two coaches down there, and they've got some. They're in our face here. So let's cut away and see what these two gals have to say about this week's #1 team.
What's up, guys? I'm Taylor Ketchum from Viva Lacrosse, and Chopper-in-Chief, I'm chatting with you. I just wanted to bring you this message from Samara, Costa Rica. Westlake is going to win it all.
Hey, Chopper-in-Chief, better watch yourselves. Maddie Garcia says that Westlake is going to take the ship this year.
Hefe, they're like lining up down the street trying to get at us in our predictions. I don't get it. You know, who is Taylor Ketchum? Who is Maddie Garcia? And what are they doing on our show?
I don't know. Clearly educated coaches. Clearly have watched a ton of tape. They've been around LaxWrap. They've pet Strider, I'm sure. You know, I think their opinion is just as valid as Strider's, maybe.
Coaches, you two coaches, I got a steak dinner that says you're wrong, and I will make a pick in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll stand by it. All right?
I'll be there.
It's on. All right, Hefe, let's go to #3 on our list. Who do you got at 3?
I got Westlake handling business, beating Agora, beating Newberry Park. Agora was in overtime, finding ways to win in overtime, so it's a championship team. I like the way they're playing, I like their transition, I like their uniforms, I like Westlake.
I love the uniforms. Okay, I'm with you on that for #3. Let's get to your #2 then.
Had a chance to finally see them in person this year. Palos Verdes Sea Kings at #2. I truthfully would say #1 after watching PV play, but I don't think it's right to dethrone Loyola as of this week. It doesn't matter. We're not saying who's going to be winning it all. We're saying based on the work right now.
Who's #1 as we sit here in week 3? And you're saying #2 is Palos Verdes.
#2 is Palos Verdes. They had a nice win against Santa Margarita, 11-3 or something. They just dominated that game. They looked really good.
Good. Have they got everybody back?
Everybody back. Petey Hinkhouse is a little bit hampered by his injury, so we'll see. But he played a little bit. That team is deep. They're at 8-9 deep at defense.
Okay. All right, and then so coming in at #1 for Hefe is
the Cubs from Loyola, staying strong.
All right.
What do you got?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to defer to Strider again. Now here's the deal. Strider was on my computer all week watching film, and I finally had to kick him out this weekend. So he's in on his laptop. I want to hold on just a second. We'll get him in here and see who he's picking. I have no idea who he's picking, so hold on. Good boy. Is this your pick? All right, who you got? Who you got? And Strider is going with Loyola. I'm going to stick with Strider. It would be 4 weeks in a row if I hadn't stuck that PV jersey on you week 2, huh? All right, Strider. Good boy. Good boy.
Get ready!
Here we go with #10.
Oh, that's nice. Pulls it right to himself. The deuce. Always a big number to wear.
Watch the fakes. 1, 2, 3.
Goal.
All right, let's start with some perimeter passing. Get some movement, find the man on the doorstop, and let's take a look at that one again. Boom, behind the head.
Oh, these kids love BTB.
And #8.
The old shell game, eh? Who's got it?
Well, cameraman's going to follow 22, but Haddad picked out 2's got it.
Coach Lane was yelling #2, that's for sure.
And goal. The old hidden ball trick. Now here's something you don't see every day from X, the long pull.
This is overtime.
And I'd say see ya, hello,
Hater.
and then it's goodbye. Because everybody's gathered and everybody's leaving. #6. Oh, this is sick. Beat the closeout guy, fake the shot, undress the goalie, put it in the closet.
That looks so clean, I thought it was warm-ups.
Let's go to #5. All right, what do you like better, the catch or the move?
Oh,
Little toe drag?
that's smooth. Check for the U in the stick, that was dirty.
#4, tie game, 1 minute to go.
Go to your go-to.
Look at this kid's wheels. I mean, this kid can't stay with him. This guy's been doing the leg presses in the weight room. He's got the strong foundation, and there's your winner.
He feels it.
First, there's the leap and grab. And then look at this.
Oh, a spin lefty, Marty Shargo, high to low, finish. Let him know.
Okay, how about this? Westlake wins the face-off, but boom, pick off the outlet pass.
That's clean wing play. Oh,
The laser shot.
confidence right there from 5.
All right, now watch this kid beat 4 defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's not the highlight.
Oh, man.
How about this? The save and the kick. Let's go the other way.
Is this overtime?
Here's your 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Game on. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a wrap on this week's top 10 plays. Big week coming up. Tough if you're Harvard Westlake. They're on the road this week.
That's right. 2 trips down to Palos Verdes. I'm hoping, the first trip kind of roughs them up, and the second trip, Peninsula, we take care of business.
So PV early in the week, and then you guys tour the weekend.
That's right. I'm hoping the beautiful place of Palos Verdes doesn't exactly treat the Wolverines well.
All right. Listen, I hope everybody hide the eggs. Make sure you do a good job finding them. For the Chief, Lane Jaffee, this is Chopper Drew Rogers saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.